Hello everyone, my name is Aarti and you're watching HW News. In the history of a nation, we often find certain events that remain a blistering wound even years later. When we talk about India's history, the exodus of Kashmiri Pandits from the valley in 1990s is one such wound that still remains fresh. Although at times the trauma, the plight fades from the collective memory, but time and again we are forced to acknowledge the injustice caused to the victims. This time, it is the film The Kashmir Files, directed by Vivek Agnihotri, that has shed light on the exodus of Kashmiri Pandits from the valley. Since its release, the movie has remained in the headlines. The movie on the story of massacre of Kashmiri Pandits has been getting huge support from the masses. People are thronging theatres to watch the movie, so much so that it has left behind many mainstream Bollywood movies at box office. Several states like Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Karnataka, Haryana have made this movie tax-free. Not only that, in Madhya Pradesh, Home Minister of the state Narottam Mishra has even announced that police personnel will be given a day off to watch this movie. There have been calls to make this movie tax-free in different other states also. Actor Anupam Kher, who has portrayed a Kashmiri man who had to leave behind his home, his everything, and become a refugee in the height of the militancy in Valley in 1990s, released a video and urged people to show their support to the movie. Several Bollywood actors, cricketers, celebrities have come out in the support of the director Vivek Agnihotri for giving voice to the plight of Kashmiri Pandits. While on one hand, the movie is getting tremendous response from the audience, on the other hand, the movie has sparked a debate on exodus of Kashmiri Pandits. Congress's remark on the incident has in fact left many furious. Amid the online hype around the movie, Kerala Congress Twitter handle shared a Twitter thread. In a series of tweets, Kerala Congress wrote that facts about #Kashmiri Pandits issue. After the terrorist attacks, instead of providing Pandit security, BJP's own governor Jagmohan asked them to relocate to Jammu. A large number of Pandit families did not feel secure and left the valley in fear. Congress tweeted that Pandits left the valley under the direction of Jagmohan, who was an RSS man. It said BJP was engineering a Hindu-Muslim divide in the country over the Ram Mandir issue in Ayodhya during the migration. Pandits' issue suited BJP's propaganda to create a fake outrage for electoral gains. The migration of the Kashmiri Pandits started in January 1990, a month after the VP Singh government came to power, the Congress said, adding that BJP sheds crocodile tears for Kashmiri Pandits but did not bring them back to Kashmir. UPA government built 5,242 tenements for the Pandits, the Congress said. An image also went viral on social media stating how the system had BJP functionaries when the Kashmiri Pandit exodus took place. However, Congress's tweets led to an uproar on social media. Several Twitter users slammed the Congress for its insensitive and ill-timed tweet. After this, Congress deleted this tweet. It said that we stand by every single fact in yesterday's tweet about Kashmiri Pandit issue. However, we have removed a part of the thread, seeing BJP hate factory taking it out of context and using it for their communal propaganda. We will continue to speak out the truth. Now, Congress's tweet also evoked a response from BJP MP KJ Alphonse. He said that Congress and its alliance partners had created a situation in which Kashmiri Pandits could not live there. They were murdered, which instilled fear in the minds of others. So they left. Things have improved dramatically after the revocation of Article 370. He said that Congress does not understand history. Everyone knows that more than 1.5 lakh Kashmiri Pandits were thrown out on communal lines by forces which were behind the Congress or its supported governments. Uttar Pradesh RJD also tweeted on this film and said that people are joining the propaganda by watching Kashmir Files based on a fake story. If you want to know the real history, then read the books What History Will People of Hollywood Who Shake a Leg Tell. This is what RJD tweeted. Now, Bollywood actress Kangana Ranaut, who has been in the news for her comments, also took to her Instagram story and wrote that please heed the silence of the film industry regarding the Kashmir Files film. Not only the content but the business of this film has also done very well. If we discuss the investment and profit of this film, then it is a case study that this film is so successful and profitable. This film has also broken the illusion that cinema halls are the only choice for big budget films or films with visual effects. The 6 a.m. shows in multiplexes are also full, which is very unusual. Bully Daud and his champs are left in shock. No one is saying anything, the whole world is watching them, but still they are not saying anything, their time is over. This is what Kangana Ranaut tweeted. Countering her, Kamal R. Khan wrote on Twitter that the film Kashmir Files collected 7.5 crore on the second day and it was a super hit. But if you make a film on Gujarat riots, even dogs will not go to see it. This is the truth of today's India, and it is a proof that Modi ji will win the election of 2024 to become the Prime Minister once again. No one can stop him. In another tweet, Kamal R. Khan wrote that the success of Kashmir Files is proof that none of Khan's films can do well at the box office. His stardom is over. A producer made a film on Gujarat riots and it was not allowed to be released, but Modi ji is meeting the makers and praising Kashmir Files. BJP deliberately destroyed brotherhood in India. This is what Kamal R. Khan tweeted. Well, politics over movies is not new in India, but this time the debate is looking a bit different. The Kashmir File debate has turned the other way. Whether the pain of Kashmiri Pandits is more or that of Kashmiri Muslims is more, the debate now has come down to this. The movies are an art of expression. The platform, the medium used not only to entertain but also to educate and make oneself aware. If a cinema gives voice to the victims who are still waiting for justice for over 3 decades now, one should respect it. Many are criticizing the film, saying that it is less of a history and more of a propaganda. Fair enough. I haven't seen the movie, but if you have seen it and you're criticizing it, then fair enough. People can have differing views, but in the process of cancelling the movie, ensure that you do not trivialize the trauma and the horror the victims went through. Secondly, a video has come to light that shows crowds chanting Desh ke Gaddaro ko, Goli Maro Salo ko and other hateful slogans in the theatre after the movie. We do not by any way vouch for the veracity of the video, but if it has in fact happened, then we should also understand that by doing so, they are exploiting the space for the victims for their own propaganda. Both of these incidents are wrong and, needless to say, dangerous for the country. Do let us know what you think about this in the comment box below. For more news and updates, you can log on to www.hwnews.in.